guys, I hope you're fine and well. I was just in a guitar store and I saw a couple there. They were interested to buy a Fender guitar, but they were confused about all those letters on the tag. So that gave me the idea to make a video and to explain what all these letters stands for. This is a common price tag, as you can find in a guitar shop or online. The first you will read is the brand name Fender. Fender is today the third biggest guitar manufacturer in the world, after Samick and Chord. Number 4 is Gibson. The next on the tag shows you from where the guitar comes from. The next letter stands for the level your guitar in. If it's a custom made, they could be worth between $3,000 and $12,000. Or an Elite Deluxe. They were named Deluxe, now they changed the name in Elite. Or a Vintage. They are between $1,500 and $2,300. Or a Professional, Standard. They were standards up to 2015 and now they are named Pro or Professionals. They are between $1,200 and $1,500 US. Or the Special, they are around $1,000. They have some limited editions. They are named FSR, Fender Special Run, and they are now the Japanese made ones, but older models they are often made in the United States or Mexico. And the American Vintage reissue, you can read AVRI, so it's an American Vintage. Next letters stands for the model. Fender built Stratocasters, Telecaster, Jazzmaster, Jaguar, Mustang, Duosonic, Starcaster, Coronado, and signature models for Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Eric Johnson, David Gilmour, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eddie Van Halen. The next letter stands for the color. This one, CAR, means candy apple red, or if there is an MB, means mystic black, or OW, Olympic white, and Fender has dozens of different colors. The next one, TW, stands for tremolo. That's a tremolo. You can bend the strings. Jimi Hendrix was famous for playing with a tremolo, or David Gilmour. Eric Clapton or Rory Gallagher never or rarely used a tremolo. If you can read MN, that means maple neck. They are the bright necks. If it's written RW, it's a rosewood neck. Or now Fender often uses Pau Ferro, a South American wood, most used on the Mexican line. The next one, SSS, HSH, HH, SH, indicates what pickups are fitted in the guitar. 3 S's means single coil, single coil, single coil. HSS means humbucker, single coil, single coil. Sometimes you find a C or a U or a V or mod C or deep C that indicates the shape of the neck. Those are the different neck shapes from Fender guitars. They have often a radius of 9.5 or 7.25. Sometimes you can read compound 9.5 to 14. So radius means how curved your fretboard is. 7.25 is rounder than a 9.5, and a compound neck means it's 9.5 at the first fret, and after the 12th fret it's a 14 radius, so the neck is flatter and it's easier for soloing a flatter neck, and a round neck it's easier for chording, for playing rhythm guitar. OHC stands for original hard case. RRP for people who doesn't live in the United States or England, it means regular retail price. That's the official price set on the price list from Fender. All Fender guitars are of high quality. It doesn't matter if it's a custom-made, American-made Fender, American-made, Mexican-made, Asian, China-made guitars. They are all of absolute top quality in their price range. So for a beginner, even the Squier is a really good guitar. If you want to find out what year the guitar was made and where, you have to check out the serial number. Fender places the serial numbers on 5 different places. You can find serial numbers on the headstock at the front side, on the headstock on the back side, on the lower end of the neck plate, or on the bridge. How to read a Fender serial number. This one here is an American vintage, and as you can see on the bridge there is a V that stands for vintage, and the first 2 numbers are 15. That's an American vintage made in 2015. This guitar has a V, and then, oh wait, this is an American vintage Stratocaster made in 2008. This guitar is an American standard Telecaster. As you can see, it's US for United States 14. It was made in the United States in 2014. This Stratocaster got the Z8, so it was made in the United States in 2008. Between 1950 and 1976, the American-made Fenders had only numbers, sometimes an L. In the 1970s they had an S for 70s, in the 1980s they had an E for 80s, in the 1990s they had an N for 90s, and in the 2000s they had Z like this one or XN. And from 2009 on the American mates got the US. This is a Squier Affinity Telecaster. It was crafted in China. The first 2 letters stands for SN, stands for serial number. The C stands for China. The Y stands for Yako. That's the plant where the guitar was made. Yako is a plant in Taiwan. The next 2 numbers, 14, means the year. So this is a China build, in the Yako plant built in 2014 Affinity Squier guitar. Those information should work for 95% of Fender guitars, but they are always exceptions. For example, a C can mean also a collector series made in the United States, and so it wouldn't be a nation-made one, or the customs have got often an R, or in '94 a fire burned down the Mexican plant, so the Mexican guitars were built in the United States for a while, or in '89, '90 they made some Squiers in the United States, and so it's not, you can be sure what I gave you the information that it fits for your guitar, but it should work for the most guitars out there, but there are always exceptions, or limited edition, they can have an H, an I, a K, so the I wouldn't mean Indonesia. It could be a limited edition built in the United States. All Fender guitars are great guitars. The standards and elites are real working horses for everyday, for professionals use. Squiers are great beginner guitars or as a backup guitars. The pickups aren't on the level of the Mexican or American ones, but if speed and loud, if you want to play loud and speed is your target, then probably you will go for a Eric Clapton.